Hello and welcome to Girl Scouts of Eastern Pennsylvania 2026 Camp Registration Webinar. In this webinar, we will go through where to find GSEP programs, how to register for a program through the MyGS platform, some add-ons that we don't want you to miss out on, some frequently asked questions, and open house dates for our 6 camp properties. So first of all, how do you look at our programs? All GSEP Girl Scouts should have been mailed a camp guide, so you might have one lying around in your house. It is also available online at gsep.org on our camp pages, and if you come into one of our shops, you can grab a hard copy there as well. The camp programs are organized by camp. First the day camps, and then the overnight camps. Starting with Mountain House in Allentown, Pennsylvania, followed by Valley Forge, which is between Valley Forge and Phoenixville on Route 23, and then Shelley Ridge, which is right outside of Philadelphia in Mequon, Pennsylvania. Following our day camps come our overnight camps, starting off with Shelley Ridge, followed by Laughing Waters in Gilbertsville, then up to the Poconos, where Camp Moseywood is, in Lake Harmony, Pennsylvania, right outside of Whitehaven, and then over to Schuylkill County to Woodhaven, which is in Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. Our camp sessions run day camp for 8 weeks from Monday to Friday, June 22nd to August 14th. And our overnight camps run 7 weeks from June 21st to August 7th, offering half week, full week, and multi-week options. Registration for our GSEP 2025 cookie sellers opens at 9 a.m. on December 15th, and you should have received a postcard in the mail, an email giving you a special code for that. And then general registration starts at 9 a.m. on December 16th. When you register, a $50 deposit is due per session, and then the total balance is due 4 weeks prior to the camp starting. But you don't have to wait. You don't have to pay it off in one big lump sum. You can pay off the balance little by little until that 4 week out deadline. Here's a quick guide on registering for camp. Start with logging into MyGS, or if you don't have a login already, go ahead and create one. This will make it easier to navigate through everything. You're then going to go ahead and choose your camp programs. Look through the camp program guide. Find your session either on the event calendar or event list right on gsep.org. Select your sessions, and to register, click View Details and then Register. You're going to enter the Girl Scouts that you'd like to register and complete that cart checkout process. If you didn't log into MyGS before adding the programs, click Login to go ahead and finish the registration process on that platform of MyGS. All right, this is how it looks. To log into MyGS, click at the top of the gsep.org page, and you'll see the little piece that says MyGS. Remember your username and password. I'd try logging in ahead of time. If you forget it, you'll have time to reset it then. When you get in, you're going to go ahead and click My Events there on the left-hand side, and then the Register for Another Event button. At this point, you're going to go ahead and plug in the zip code. The zip code for the camp is the easiest way to search for the camp program that you want. So if you wanted to go to Camp Moseywood, you'd put 18661 in here and hit enter. It'll then bring up all of what you are looking for. So you're going to click on event details to register for the week that you want to register for. Add the number of Girl Scouts you're going to be registering, and then scroll down to see what programs are available this week, as well as what availability for the spots that are still there. And then go ahead and click Add Events. Choose the Girl Scout you are registering for the program. Select the program by ticking that little square box next to the program name. And then you're able to go ahead and put in any buddy requests. You can put in buddy requests and we will guarantee groupings of 2 and 4 based on our tent capacities, but we will not guarantee groups of 3. So go ahead and put your buddy names in there and then click on Submit Member Details. You also don't have to have a buddy to come to camp because making new friends at camp, camp friends can be the best friends. So, how do you find that event on the event calendar? If you click Discover on gsep.org and under Activities, you can click the event calendar and then click to the week that you want. On December 12th, the events should start to populate onto the calendar, so you'll start to be able to see them. The first day of the session is when you will see the program. So if the program starts on June 21st, you're going to go to June 21st and click on the camp that you would like to go to. Let's talk about some of those add-ons. All items for add-ons must be purchased prior to your week at camp. We do offer busing from 2 different locations to Camp Laughing Waters and 3 different locations, one of those being Camp Laughing Waters, to Moseywood and Woodhaven. The overnight bus is $55 each way, and that runs, of course, on Sunday and on Friday. The Shelley Ridge bus for day camp has 7 locations throughout Philadelphia that comes to Shelley Ridge each day, and that bus is $85 a week to get to and from camp. We offer camp care kits, which give a little bit of fun swag to your camper for both day camp and overnight camp. The cost of a camp care kit is $20 for the day camp care kit and $50 for the overnight camp care kit. But we do have a little bit off before January 15th. For day camp, there'll be then $15 and overnight $40 for that first month of sales. And then for overnight campers, you can add Trading Post money. Trading Post is our camp store. And you can add money to your camper's account ahead of time. And again, finding that event on that event calendar, it will say Trading Post for that. We offer extended care, both before and after care, at our camps. Before care is offered at Mountain House and Valley Forge, and aftercare is offered at Mountain House, Valley Forge, and Shelley Ridge. And new this year, we are doing the Shelley Ridge Swim Club, which is swim lessons that you can extend your camper's day at camp for 4 to 5 to go ahead and get swim lessons. And there is an option for the swim lessons to be combined with the aftercare. Before care hours are 7:30 to 8:30, and aftercare hours for all of our camps are 4:30 to 6. During select weeks throughout camp, we do offer nightlights and sleepover options for our day campers. It's a great way to get your campers exposed to some of the nightlife at camp. Nightlights is through 8 p.m. and then our sleepover is a one-night sleepover on Thursday night where we do some extra activities. The campers get to eat dinner at camp, and then, of course, breakfast the next day and lunch the next day are provided then. So just to reiterate, 9 a.m. on December 15th for our 2025 cookie sellers is when camp registration will open with that special code, and then general registration will open at 9 a.m. on December 16th. We do have early bird prices where you save $30 on overnight camp and $20 on day camp when you register before February 1st. These prices are reflected right in the price of the cart. You don't need any kind of special code for them. But then February 1st, they will go to their full and final pricing. We do have wait lists set up for each of our camp programs. If space opens, campers will automatically move into the actual program, and you'll get an auto email, but you do still have to pay the $50 deposit to be put on the wait list. Our tip for you is to register your campers for their favorite programs first, because some programs we cannot expand the capacity. So we want to make sure that your camper is able to get into what they want to get into. All campers do need to be current members of Girl Scouts, so remember to renew your membership. If a camper has never been a Girl Scout before, that's totally okay. They can still come camp with us. They just have to pay the membership fee in order to go ahead and come to camp. You can also register your camper for multiple weeks or multiple of your Girl Scouts in the same cart. If you do need to cancel for any reason, your cancellation must be submitted to member services at gsep.org at least 4 weeks in advance, and your $50 camp deposit is non-refundable. We do have some camp scholarships or camperships and financial aid available. You still do need to pay the $50 deposit to secure the camper spot, and then you can fill out the financial aid or campership application and submit it to be considered for those funds. If you want to see our camps before camp happens, we do have open houses at each of our camps between March and June. Come take a tour of the camp, talk to some of the staff, and get to know a little bit more about the camp that you would be coming to this summer. So here we have each of those open house dates, where you can come and take a tour of our camps. Thank you for coming out and listening to the webinar. I hope this helps with your registration process, and I hope to see you at camp soon.